to check and ask people whether they're legal to stay here or not?
Of course they do. And that's not what the issue is. The issue what we got here is appalling behavior from this government where British citizens, when was it last time you heard a British citizen being deported, being detained, being prevented to get a job or becoming homeless, all these issues. And even now, at this time, they still don't know the scale of the problem. How can they solve it if they don't even know the scale of it?
But if we do have people coming here illegally, and clearly the Windrush generation aren't, there has to be a structure and a system to clamp down on that, doesn't
but that's not the issue. That's not the issue at all. What the issue is...
But Labour's critical of the hostile environment, isn't it?
Yeah, but let me get there. Now, the issue ultimately here is we are talking about a policy which is picking up British citizens and deporting them. Nobody's asked for this. Nobody wants this. And the second point you're talking about hostile environment is, of course, it's wide. Let me remind you now, there are more than 1,000 highly skilled people now suffering as well as a result of this environment. That's something what we need, not that we need to treat them like this. So that's why we're challenging this whole hostile environment. We need to enforce, we need to be firm, we need to have a system which works for Britain. At the moment, the system is broken down. Home Office is actually not delivering in any areas, and it's making a mess.
Marcia, do you accept some of what Sean's saying?
No, I don't, because I think setting up a system where you say we are deliberately going to create a hostile environment, and for the Prime Minister to have said whilst Home Secretary, we're going to deport first and ask questions later, that is deliberately treating people badly. We're not even going to consider your status until we've put you on a plane to Jamaica and given you a leaflet that says how to be a Jamaican. And it's not just people from the Caribbean. Come next year, 3.2 million EU migrants could be in a complete mess, and not all of them have the funds to pay for legal services. So Migrants Union is for all migrants, anyone who is moved from the country of their birth. We think they're going to need that service. We shouldn't be necessary. Legal aid should be available for immigration issues. You shouldn't have a system where the Home Office loses your passport and then deports you for not having a passport.
Sean, Sajid Javid's been putting out some reassuring noises this week about EU nationals, but it doesn't reassure people, does it, when they've seen how the Windrush generation have been treated?
Well, and as I say, I mean, it is incumbent on this government, future governments, to be able to say that as we take more responsibility for our own immigration policy, how we treat people has to be at the heart of that, to make sure that it is in absolutely the right way of fair, and making sure that people are treated like people, and that's critically important in what we do in future.
Quick final word.
Well, it's not the one words which is going to make any difference. It's good policies. And this hostile environment actually is not a good policy. It's damaging Britain's future.
OK, and thank you to Marcia for coming in. Well, the bonkers